Welcome to Almost D&D, a tabletop role-playing podcast where three of my best friends hang out in my basement and attempt to play Dungeons & Dragons. I am your host and Dungeon Master for this evening, Devin Allard. Rotating clockwise around this large and egregiously sized table, we have...
Rob, and I'm playing Rob.
Chris, and I'm playing Krugel.
Jeff, and I play Rathos.
And now, a word from our sponsors.
Are your dice rolls getting you down? Are you breaking loot strings during an epic solo? Maybe it's time to try something different and get some dice from Canadian Dice. It's time to turn those annoying third-grader wooden recorder practices into a symphony of virtuosos. I got myself a set, and now I'm charming bad guys left and right. With dice set types such as acrylic, galaxy, runic, metal, and more, you can find the perfect dice that feel right for you. Go to CanadianDice.ca and activate the promo code ALMOSTDND and get 15% off your next purchase.
So we last left off, our three brave and wise heroes had just made it out of the grip of the sandworm. They'd just gotten back onto safety as the sandworm had almost taken out Zorab, but by the skin of its teeth, Zorab got away. As they were standing there recovering after what had just happened to them, they hear, "Brilliant!" by none other than Dr. Hased Bhassa, who is the Doctor of Zoology and Fauna at the Domitian Grand Library. They have met this character before. Unfortunately, we have only started recording 6 months into this campaign, so this will be the first time Dr. Hased Bhassa has been interacted with on the show. So, we leave off where we left off last time with Dr. Hased Bhassa going, "Brilliant!"
My natural reaction is to load an arrow and turn and go and just look at him like...
No!
Rathos didn't know who was talking, but he immediately just went, thank you. I thought it was pretty good, too. Oh, my gosh, it's you!
Yes!
I lower my weapon, obviously.
Brilliant show, lads. I cannot believe you've done it. It's a sandworm. It answers all the questions I've had, and that it makes the most sense. How long have you been out there?
I think it was like 7 minutes, but it felt
like 7 hours.
7 hours.
Brilliant.
No, not brilliant. It was bad, and I'm going to ask. We have not seen you in a long time. What brings you here? Why are you here?
Well, it's a long story, but I have been tasked with trying to discover what was stopping Xandar's scouts from going north across the Solian Desert. They would take off.
Yep.
I don't know on what. I'm not privy to those facts. I was just told to figure out what would stop them from going north. But now I have the answer. The answer is clearly a sandworm that is enormous. It's brilliant. I've never seen anything like it before.
We do what we can.
It's just you need to... Did you find any weaknesses? What was its behavior? Was it sleeping? Did it talk to you? I need to know as much as you can tell me.
I can tell you it doesn't sleep, it doesn't talk, and it's very angry and hungry. That's about it. Thing is vicious.
Brilliant. Does not sleep.
Well, I don't know. It was 7 minutes.
Yeah.
Right.
It was 7 minutes. But in those 7 minutes, it was not asleep.
Not asleep. Not once.
No, not in those 7 minutes.
So you see in his little notebook, he goes, narcoleptic, and he strikes that out.
Dr. Bhassa,
Yes.
2 things. One,
Yes.
You said you were hired by Xandarians.
It's a long story, but I answered directly to Gemwelin Nordov. She's now the chairman of the Grand Domitian Library.
Ah, of course. I know old Gem. We've run into her before.
Is that something? Are you allergic to sand? It's Krugel,
I
right?
just had some sand in my throat. I'm sorry.
Ah, okay.
Hold on, I gotta get more out. Bitch!
Make a deception check.
It's 17 plus something.
Yeah, you should be careful. The sand is quite coarse and irritating.
It's 17 minus 2, actually. So does that matter? Okay.
15.
It's not
15
plus
more.
something. back
So
to
now
one.
I had 2 questions, and now I have 3.
Okay.
How's Latish doing?
She's great.
Yeah? She
yes.
good? She seeing anybody? She seem happy?
Well, she sees a lot of people.
Well, let me rephrase that.
She's moved on. She's moved on from you.
All right, Krugel, listen.
Zorub just looks at Krugel and like kind of smiles.
Oh, yeah, I meant to tell you this. I think...
Got him.
And I'm going to whisper. I think that... and I'm going to, like, point to Zorub. I think he's a virgin. Just a quick heads up. Like,
He never left the nest.
I'm
You
sorry,
know what I
what was
mean?
that?
nothing.
What'd you say?
You don't dance is what I was saying.
Yeah.
Latish, though, she's doing good.
Yes.
I know she sees a lot of people.
Yes, she shows up to the library every day that it's open,
Yep.
Monday through Friday.
My third question, Dr. Bhassa. First off, it's great that you're here. Can we buy you a drink? Do you know somewhere we could go and like really hash this out? Because I really could use a drink after.
Yeah, why don't we get away from the dangerous
Yes.
sand?
Yes, of course. We could. I do have some brandy in my study here.
Oh.
And Talon's
Do you have a
Gate.
study here?
Yes.
I would
didn't
love
want-
to see the study. Does
Yes.
it have a nice chair just like your other study?
It's not as nice.
Well.
It was kind of cobbled together at the last minute.
It'll do.
But there's brandy.
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Yes. You could all follow me. And he turns around and he walks right into the gates, the garage doors, and he just opens there's 2 huge doors, and then there's like a little man-sized door to the bottom left, and he opens that and he walks right in. And he's like, come on, you're going to follow us, right?
I don't have any spell slots. Did we officially level up yet, or do we have to wait for a long rest?
No, you've leveled up. The minute
I already
you hit...
clicked the button.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we have our. Do we have our, do I have my spell slots and everything
Yeah.
back? Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
We almost follow the rules.
Okay.
Yeah.
Almost D&D, baby.
Yeah, I don't have anything to help us, but I am going to try and get.
I immediately put my hands on the chests, like scruff of the chests of both my companions and go, you guys know he now works for Xandar, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he doesn't really work for Xandar.
He's doing work for Xandar.
He's fine.
I don't know if he's fine.
So,
I'm
what if it's a
cautious.
trap?
I'm going to immediately walk up to him and put my arm around him and say, Dr. Bhassa, Bhassa. Bhassa or Bosa?
Bhassa.
Do you mind if I call you Bosa?
What?
Let's talk about it on the way.
Yes.
I'm just going to say, remember, Dragon Boards, they're special.
Yes, yes, I remember that.
Yeah.
Yes, of course. So...
A quick question. I'm sorry. Are there other guards or anything, or is it just him standing there?
It's
with us?
just him standing there for right now.
Okay.
But he's leading you into the building from whence you came. Way back.
Brilliant.
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 So he leads you in. Again, there is the workbench. There's another metal carriage there sitting there. There are 2 workers there. And Dr. Bhassa walks in. He's like, hello, gentlemen. Yep, we're just going to my study. Don't worry. And they go, hey, hello. Those are the guys, Dr. Bhassa. Are you serious? What guys? They go, have you really? It's all over all of Terra. Those are the 3 guys that we're looking for. And he goes, you, go tell the guards right now.
Rathos, get Dr. Bhassa inside, and I'm going to shoot at the guard who's going to be
Roll
sent.
for this!
I'm just going to turn Dr. Bhassa away and start talking to him as Krugel starts. So how long you been here for, Dr. Bhassa?
But instead we fight. I got a 17.
23, 15.
Krugel, it is your turn.
And sorry, how many guards?
2 guards. One is starting to turn face.
Okay, well, I'm going to use Dread Ambusher.
Okay.
So I can move my speed increases by 10 feet. How far away are they?
30 feet.
Okay.
You just walked in the door and they were working on the other car.
So I'm
metal carriage.
going to move. I'm actually going to shoot first. So,
Really?
yep. So, yeah. Believe it or not. Believe it or not. So if I take the attack action, I can make 1 additional weapon attack as part of that action. So if I hit, I get an extra 1d8 of the weapon damage type.
Okay.
So,
1d8 of piercing.
yeah. That's going to be a 22.
That's definitely gonna fucking hit.
Okay.
Which one are you aiming for?
The one that's being sent to go.
Okay.
Yeah. 7 plus, what is that? 4, so 11, then the 6 fire damage, which is 5, so 16.
Okay. So he takes a shot. He is not dead yet.
And then I'm gonna take out my dagger and throw it at him.
Okay.
So
The dagger is a 1d4.
Plus 5.
Okay. Excuse me.
I just want to throw a dagger. That's all I
ahead.
really want to do. And it's because it had that's a 19, so that would be a 27.
Whose dice are you using over there?
I'm
Brutal?
using my Demon Eye Canadian dice.
Nice.
As always.
Very
Good or bad, I will always use these.
Nice.
So,
All right, how much damage?
8.
Kill that guy. He takes one arrow in the rib cage. He's like, oh, and then
Jeez.
fucking dagger sticks right into his neck.
I'm just
Keels
gonna have
over.
like a fucking shit-eating grin on my face, like.
Are you done?
Well, that's all I can do. That's
Okay,
my
I
two
didn't know
actions.
if you were like, yeah, and by the way,
I get 2
because I'm level
attacks per-
7, I get 4 actions per turn.
No, just 2 still. 2 attacks.
I would allow it.
2 attacks. It's a 2 attacks per action.
Yes, per attack action.
Yeah. So, does that mean I still can move?
Yeah, if you want.
OP.
What, are you
I
gonna
mean-
go teabag him?
Well, I'm gonna just.
Do
I'm
it.
just gonna. I'm literally.
Do it.
So I'm going to walk towards him. And-
The dead guy?
No, the other
other
guy who's
one?
right next to him, and be literally right in his face because I can move 40 feet. So I'm
Okay.
gonna be right up in front of him.
Okay, cool.
So-
So you two-shot his companion in one turn, and then you walk up to him.
Just start walking up
Just
to him,
walk-
just and trying to
start walking
intimidate.
up
Yeah.
All right, Zorob, it's your turn.
Thank you. I'm gonna cast Unsettling Words on the other one. I got a 1. That's the worst.
Yeah.
So he has to subtract 1 from his next saving throw. I'm gonna cast Blindness on him. Blindness/deafness. I don't think I've ever done this before.
No, you haven't.
I can blind or deafen a foe. Alright, so you have to make a con saving throw of 14
-1 to this.
-1.
We rolled a 6, and then -5. And -1 is a 5.
Love it. So I choose blind.
Okay.
He's blind.
So instantly, this poor chap, it goes, oh my god! Ah!
So what? The last thing he sees is me just standing in front of
Standing
him.
in front of him. Terrifying.
That's terrifying.
pretty good.
Terminator level shit.
Yep. At the end of each of his turns, he has to do a con check.
Is it always a -1, or was that just
Just once.
Just the one.
And I'm done.
The guard is going to turn to the right as where he saw his comrade go, and he's going to try to make it towards the door.
So can I do an opportunity? Because I
Yes.
was right. So
Yep.
okay. So I'm gonna do that. So I just roll a d20. I've never actually ever done this before because I'm usually at a
Yep,
distance.
so see if you...
What's this called? An opportunity attack?
Yes.
It's a natural 20.
Holy
I'm not fucking you.
shit.
It's a nat 20.
Got hot rolls tonight.
Hot rolls.
Hot rolls! Get them while they're hot.
I'm gonna
Coke
say-
up.
I'm gonna
Get
say,
them while they're
get them while they're hot. Hot rolls. Nat 20 on the Canadian dice. I'm gonna say you have advantage because this guy's
Beanie
blind.
rolls.
Roll again.
Roll again. In case what? I get another one.
Yes.
Oh, an 18.
Wait a second. Why he got 2 opportunity attacks?
No, you had advantage.
Oh,
I
just
wanted
in
to
case
see-
he got dual 20.
If he got dual nat 20s, I was gonna have this guy like explode or something.
That would have
I got
so
pretty
cool.
close. I got 26. but-
Captain Insane no shows no mercy.
You rolled a nat 20.
Yep.
So with what were you attacking?
my sword, rapier.
Okay.
So,
So you do max damage. 8 is max damage.
Yep.
1d8 plus 5, right?
yep.
So it's 8.
Yeah.
Now roll a d8.
Stayed on 6.
14
Mm-hmm.
plus 5 is 19.
When I roll a natural 20, I have savage attacks.
What does that do?
When you score a critical hit, roll one of the weapon's dice one additional time and add it to the extra damage. That's a racial trait.
So you rolled 19. Roll it. It's a d8 again.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. 7.
Yeah. So you kill that guy. So
And then they made me their chief.
routing back. So you guys are now out of combat. Rathos.
Sorry.
Don't be sorry. You just killed a guy. There's no reason to be sorry.
So
I
about
killed
that-
2 guys.
So about that,
but I
drink,
killed a blind guy. It's kind of messed up.
No, it's okay. Cause
I don't care who I kill.
I
It's fine.
blinded him first.
Yeah. No, that's true. He wasn't actually blind.
Yeah, that was on me.
I shoot arrows into crowds of people. I really don't care.
So Dr. Bhassa turns to any kind of. What? You are the dreaded trio, aren't you?
I think that guy just tripped and fell. Did you see that?
I think he was blind. The poor guy.
Man,
I'm coming in just putting my swords away, wiping off the blood, picking up my dagger. I'm like, sorry, just I had to make sure the sandworm wasn't going to follow us, in here. So
Also, you said who's the dreaded? What is the dreaded what trio?
Well, it's
Duo? The dreaded duo?
trio. I think it's you three, right?
no,
It is.
Well,
No,
no one's ever called me that.
We're the super triad. We're different.
What? No, we're the dragon trio.
Oh, the dragon trio.
No,
Yeah. Yeah, you
Very
remember.
different.
we're
Yes,
the
I
upside down
remember
triangle.
Oh.
You
You think I understand the confusion? We're actually a band. He's our lead vocalist and instrumentalist. Actually,
No,
he does pretty much everything.
Yeah, I do it.
I'm
I do
percussion. I like to
Go
hit
ahead.
things.
Show a little, Zorab.
make a deception check.
I got a 2.
it. Deception.
Yeah.
19.
18.
So he's still unsure.
I don't play percussion. I'm just the roadie.
See how.
I just carry the stuff.
He's unsure. I got a 19. Oh, what'd you guys?
I got a
got a
2.
I got an 18.
You suck.
Oh yeah, okay. I only killed the guards. I'll kill him
It
too.
was all the blood on his
Krugel's
hand.
got blood all over him. He literally just watched you guys kill somebody. I don't know.
He's a little unsure because
Wait
of
a
Krugel,
second.
but he's well.
I'm gonna try to intimidate him, but be like, no, we're not, and go snarl at him.
That doesn't. I put my hand towards Krugel. Don't do that. Not now.
He's
So-
band security.
Yeah.
I protect my members.
Should we
very carefully.
continue to my? It's right through the forge.
Yeah.
Sure. Tell us about the on the way. Tell us about the what was it? The trio, the duo, the diabolical trio.
The dreaded trio. So he walks you in to the. It's gonna be a bit hot.
Insight check.
Okay.
I wanted to see if he's actually leading us to his lab or if he's got I don't know
Other
yeah
ulterior
other-
motives.
That's right.
Thought
Yeah.
you just wanted to see how hot it's gonna be.
15. Yeah.
15. He's telling the truth. He's just gonna lead you
Love it.
into his
Chambers.
study, his chambers.
Chambers.
So he enters a doorway. As you walk in, you can see 4 forges. There are giant stamps, essentially, that come down and stamp something out. You can see on the far side, what did you see the first time? Swords?
Lots of swords.
Yeah,
Lots
tons
of
stuff.
swords.
Thousands of swords.
On the far side, you can see as it raises up, there are indents, 200 indents of swords in the other one. On the one closest to you, there are giant pieces of molten ore that come through, and it raises up, and you can see that it seems to be pressing humanoid shapes of metal. And there's a giant conveyor belt, and as the conveyor belt continues on, you can get a look at these humanoid shapes. There's 2 arms, 2 legs, a head. You can make out features and eyes, but it's all metal. And then further down, as they
Fucking
cool,
robots.
they keep going down, but you can't see what's going to happen. Make perception checks as well.
18.
9.
14.
14 and 18, Zorab and Krugel, you guys can see them. These humanoid shapes, there's also some above on catwalks, and their eyes are glowing blue, and they are looking at you. And some are marching around. And when they spot you, Zorab, you can really pick up on it with a 19. They are starting to walk over to you.
So I look over at Krugel and I go, I think we're gonna die.
It's one of our greatest hits. Do I? Because I just think you're singing because you're part of the band. I have no clue what you're talking about. Dude, do I see anyone? Are there other workers, or is it just these blue-eyed?
Yeah, there's
hair.
like some workers,
Flying
but they're
purple
like they're not looking at anything else because they are like turning giant wheels and working in extreme heat environments. Like these are giant forges. There's a lot of heat going on. It's probably like 120 degrees in here, and you're not near the what they're working on. It's very hot.
And how tall are these things?
Probably like 6'5".
Yeah, I think we're gonna die.
So how many workers can see like us? Is it just the robot thing, the metal thing?
So there is one robot thing on top of the catwalk, and there are stairs, and it is walking towards you and going down the stairs towards you.
I'm gonna I'm gonna walk up to Dr. Bhassa and have my dagger point in his back and go, what the fuck are these things and why are they looking at us? Shut them off right now.
What? Those are
easy,
just...
dude.
Look at the fucking robots. They're coming to us.
Oh, yeah.
Those are...
Well, you don't know the word robot.
Well, okay. Look at the things. Those humanoid things.
Those are just the automatons. But they're running
just
security.
The automatons, man.
Okay, so why do they have eyes, and why are they, as soon as they looked at us, they're starting to come to us?
Why is it his fault? Dr. Boss is a good
maybe he created them, and I want answers. I want them to stop, because he might be leading us to our death.
All right, we got to talk about
Okay.
we got to work on your people skills, man. You just
Guys,
shiv a guy.
I didn't stab him. I have him held hostage.
All right.
you're getting better. That's an improvement. We're proud of you.
Is it? Are we?
I think we might.
I got
be,
my kill.
Unfortunately,
No, it's because I got some kills out of my system before I got to him. He's lucky.
I don't
we
think
go.
now's the time, but
I just want to know what that word is. What's an automaton?
An automaton?
Automaton. Yeah.
It's quite hot. We can describe this all later.
that sounds great. Let's head to your lab.
Okay. Yes.
Sorry.
Follow me. So he ducks
Krugel.
it walks like another 3 more feet, and the automaton robot thing is now coming. It's like 50 feet away. It's on the same level as you. Needs to pass some workers, but it is following you, and you go into the room. There's another hallway there, which is much cooler. Stonework, obviously. You walk down the hall to the right, and there is Dr. Boss's office. So he leads you in, and it's much quieter here. It's much cooler here. He's got, typical library stuff with just shelves of books all along every single wall. There's drawings all about. There's a large and egregiously sized table in the middle that there's drawings. There's a map. You can see a map of mostly northern Terra, which is just the Solian Desert, and it's all desolate. You can see the coastline and the jagged mountain peaks that surround it. And there is one chair by his small desk that does swivel.
Nice.
Probably not as ornate as his other chair. There are chairs around his large table in the middle. There's a few chairs there.
I want to have flipped off, or not flipped off, whatever Dragonborn symbol for "Go Screw Yourself" is. Which is, I'm just going to come up with this now, is going to be the middle finger, I've decided.
Right. Yeah.
Just want to have flipped off as we turn the corner to the hallway where we're walking away from the automatons. I just want to flip the bird as I walk past, behind Dr. Bouse's back.
Okay.
And then when we get in, I want to, I'm going to be much nicer this time, and I'm going to point to his chair and say, I want to go sit down. May I
Yes,
go sit down?
of course. Make yourselves at home. I know it's quite... Would you all like something to drink? I know it's quite hot in the forges.
I heard about that brandy.
Yes, of course, the brandy.
I could use some of that. Yeah.
Yes, of course.
When he goes to get the brandy, I want to do an investigation check to see if there's another way out of this office.
Okay. Make an
I'm
investigation.
very paranoid all of a sudden. What did I do? Investigation? 13.
The 13, there are no other... You do not see any other ways out of this office.
You know what pairs well with brandy?
What's that?
I'm going to hold up a couple of shrooms from my pocket. Would you like a shroom?
Yep.
From a Fey forest, by the way, in the name of science. Maybe we should...
Maybe we should. Now would be... Well, you know what? Before we start doing one experiment, let us complete this experiment
Fair.
at hand. Let me get the brandy.
Very intelligent.
So he walks away and you can hear...
Dude, you almost knifed the guy. He's a good guy.
So I'm leaning against the wall by the door with my knife out in my right hand, just waiting in case anything walks through that door. I'm
Okay.
like so on edge right now
Okay.
because those the things kind of freaked me out.
Now that we start calling them automatons, I'm never going to be able to say it right
Automatons?
anymore.
Automaton.
I want to toss Krugel a shroom, one of the downers.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
you-
catch you with my.
One of the sleepy ones.
I'm gonna catch you with my knife and then fling it back at you.
But he does come back with 4 glasses of brandy poured, and he divvies them out, and he sits at the table with you all, and he says, To a job well done. I saw the size of that creature. I can't believe I'm talking with you three. You made it out with your lives. To you three.
So I'm stirring my drink with my dagger and going, gotta add some of the blood of the enemies to make it taste really good.
And some of that shroom was left on there.
And I just downed the whole fucking thing.
So he leans over to Zorab. He goes, "Is that a half-orc thing?"
I think it's a Krugel thing.
It's
Yeah.
It's like a personal thing.
Oh, it's very personal.
Everything's personal.
Very personal with him. He's got a lot he's working on, and we're proud of him. He's getting there.
He takes a...
Can I roll to see if I hear this conversation?
Yeah, make an insight perception check.
14. You said perception?
Yeah.
It's a 19.
With a 19, yeah, you can hear them. So he takes a sip and he goes, "Have I offended him?"
Everything sort of kind of gets...
It's not you. It's,
Yeah.
it's him.
No, you're fine. The bard offends me.
I want to cheer Zorab as he says
So
that.
he keeps looking at you and and why is that? As he pulls out a notepad and a
Are
quill.
you a doctor of psychology?
I'm a doctor of zoology and flora, kind of like animals and plants. But I mean, aren't we all animals?
Oh, I'm a
Some more than
savage.
others.
I'm a savage animal. You are right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You see him, Krugel, savage animal. He's jotting all fascinating. And but
Yep.
well,
If you-
I'm getting off track.
if you lived in the-
Really,
I'm about to say.
focus.
You just said one thing. First the sandworm,
I-
and then the shrooms, and then we can talk about Krugel.
The
And then
problem
we're
is,
saying how awesome we are.
Yes,
Because we
I-
are.
cheers.
Cheers, guys.
cheers
to
to
that.
you all.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. And he finishes brandy. But Rathos, there's just so much to learn about. I can't answer all of this. There you go.
How many questions do we have? Doctor, how many questions can you answer? How long do we have you here for, Doctor?
As long as we need.
Okay. So it sounds like we can get really into it. I live my life on the ocean, or used to live my life on the ocean. What the hell's a sandworm? What was that thing?
Well, so
Slow down.
right. Let's start. So a sandworm, as I knew them, well, Krugel, you can attest to this being from Yatar. You do have sandworms there, but
I'm not from Yatar.
right.
Why do you say that?
You're a half orc.
And there's more than us. Yatar.
Wait a second. You've seen one of these things before?
I'm fidgety because I'm on edge because he's asking me about my homeland now.
But you are a half orc, correct?
Yes.
So all half orcs come from Yatar eventually.
That's a bold statement.
Well, yes, some could be born off of Yatar, but I can hear it.
I don't yoo-hoo.
I
Yoo-hoo!
Are you sure? I could have sworn in one of our
yes,
mini...
he's from the north of Yatar.
Okay. That can go down. Let's talk about the other things first.
Okay,
We don't need to talk about me.
regardless.
It would take a long time.
Sandworm is something generally native to Yatar, but they are the size of a regular worm. They just a couple inches maybe. And while they are predatory worms, they just lie in wait in the loose soil and eat bugs, small insects, nothing like that.
What if we're all actually just really tiny? What if something's happened and that was just a normal-sized bug?
I need more brandy for that conversation.
Well,
Holy
yeah.
shit.
Also, Rathos, did you eat
Sorry,
one of those
I think
mushrooms?
I definitely snuck a...
So I reach behind me and I go to lock the door because I realize no one locked the door. I'm
Okay.
locking the door because
So
I'm
you get up?
I've been leaning against that wall.
Oh, okay, right.
Yeah.
So you lock the door. Do you do it stealthily or not?
I'm gonna try and do it
All
stealthily.
right, make a stealth check or a sleight of hand check.
Well, I got a 16, so it's gonna be 19 regardless.
With a 19,
Yeah.
yeah, he doesn't see you do it. So yes, the sandworms come from the Yatar. They are small generally, but nothing that large. That is, I mean, it's egregiously sized, really.
Large and egregious.
Yes,
You said they're territorial?
I didn't I don't know them to be territorial. I mean, I suppose I've never been to Utah. I've always wanted to go. It's on my bucket list.
You don't want to go.
Maybe we should go. Why doesn't he want to go, Krugel?
There's nothing there. I'm the best thing that happened to Qatar, and I'm here.
That's fair.
There's our Krugy.
If the rest of them are like him,
He's the
maybe
most
he's right.
charismatic half-orc I know. And I know a few.
So run this by me, Dr. Bhassa, Professor Bhassa, P-Boss.
Ooh, I like that.
P-Boss. That's
Have you ever wanted to join a band? Because I think P-Boss would be a baller.
Do you see why I'm angry now?
We could use somebody on the mandolin.
But
P-Boss and the mandolin?
I do the science
I'm
thing.
worried about him going solo now.
That's
too cool.
I'm sorry, but the creativeness in me, it was all given to my brother. I've got
You have a
all the
brother?
science genes, yes.
What's his name?
My brother, Hornek Bhassa.
Hornet?
Say
Yes.
Yeah, that's a creative name. That's badass.
Yeah.
Horneck?
Yeah.
Is that what
Yes, I did, and I think I'm regretting it now.
No, that's cool though. I'd love to meet him.
Don't get him started on brothers.
But it's...
Can we let Sandworm?
I don't want to say I'm into brotherhood, but
I'm kind of into brothers.
brothers are important to me. So I don't know. I mean, is he a twin by any chance?
No.
No.
He's younger. My parents doted on him. I was left to fend for myself.
Hopefully he never watches your back. Anyway, sandworms.
Yes. So about that sandworm. When you were attempting to escape it, did you notice anything that I could use that I could possibly help?
First,
See, I'm trying.
We need to backtrack further to this whole how you got here, and then why you're concerned about who we are to the point where you were concerned about when you knew we were the three already.
and what our friend is trying to say is,
So you are the three.
No, you've met us as the three. Like, we're the same three you met in Demiso. How come you didn't recognize us until after that whole...
He
said brilliant.
yes, that's us. We are
Okay.
brilliant.
So wait, are you saying that you are the deadly trio?
No.
That was it. That's what he called us.
The Deadly Trio? No.
Dragon Trio, the band. We already discussed this.
Yeah.
Dragon
Not
Trio.
on percussion. I'll point you Krugel.
Yeah, but we're interested in a quartet. If you want
I'm
to
interested
start
in why
on the
why
mandolin.
you left Demissa to come here.
And who are the Deadly Trio?
The deadly trio is a group of terrorists that Xandar has put a bounty on their heads, and he's claimed that they are extremely dangerous.
We may need a name change. The Dragon Trio and Deadly Trio sound
Almost too similar.
very similar.
Yep.
We probably need a
I can
fourth.
see the similarity.
Yeah,
Yes.
thank you for pointing that out to us.
Yes.
This is a big deal.
That
It's
could've-
very strange because there is a
What about the
elf-
quartet that was formerly a quartet? Because we had four.
That's true.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we were a quartet.
The trio, the trio
four
formerly
for a
known
long
as the
time. Yeah.
quartet. The
So
Dragon
the-
Quartet.
It's strange because
They
the,
call us Prince.
the deadly trio is made up of
Prince.
a wood elf, a half orc, and a dragonborn. Starting to sound like a bad joke, I was told once, but I digress. Krugel, to answer your question, so yes, I do recognize you from our time in Demissa when we first met. Yes. So after you departed Demissa, do you remember Vice Chairman Genwelin?
Bitch!
Yes.
Yes.
Sand.
Hard
yes.
to forget that one.
Sorry, I had so much sand in my lungs still.
Yes. So she prompted the board at the Grand Library. She stated that she felt Chairman Raducan was unfit for his position and that she could better suit the position. She cited his recent errors on multiple reports throughout the years. They put it to a vote, and the vote was unanimous. Raducan was forced to resign, and Genwelin took his place.
Did she show proof of these errors?
Yes. Yes, I did not see them, but there was proof.
Provided to someone else.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's above my pay grade. Really, I just study.
Yeah. Everyone's just a good little follower, I know. Just go ahead, keep going.
Dude, do you need to take a nap?
No, I'm just looking at the door like I want to get the fuck out of here because I feel like we're going nowhere. But I don't say that out loud. I'm just thinking it.
After she became chairman and started to run the Grand Library, she had me brought here. Apparently, Xandar needed some help. I haven't met him yet. but apparently he needs some help. He has some scouting parties. I would assume that they use those metal carriages. I've never seen it, but they can't go north, and I don't know why. But that's my job here. Is I'm trying to figure out why. But now I have the answer, right? It's clearly the sandworm. What else? I mean, it was hunting you, and we all saw it. It's a great creature. It's absolutely brilliant. Now we have now I have and now I'm with you, and I'm trying to learn as much about the sandworm as I can, so I can give this data to Xandar and help his scouts go north.
All right, let's hash this out then. Let's come to the answer right now. Let's give Xandar the answer. How do we cross the desert?
Well,
Do you have any theories?
Why don't
I
you just?
can
why
tell
don't
you what you don't do.
Why don't you send out all those metal things, all of them at once? And there's too many for it to, and then someone's gonna make it, and then they can use their blue eyes that are probably some kind of thing that I've no idea because it's new to the continent and world, and it's not a camera. And see if they make it to Nabet.
So,
And then they can come back. I don't know. I'm just saying they're not people. So instead of sacrificing people, you can see if any of them get over there. You have so many everywhere in here.
are you saying like a convoy, essentially? Braithos, you are familiar with this concept, being a sailor, correct? A convoy?
Sure. Yes, like an armada.
Like an armada.
Yeah, but I think he's saying you send all these automatons. You call them
Automatons,
Yeah,
yes.
automatons. Yes,
ton of
a ton of automatons. You send those out there. We used to call I think I've heard of them. We used to call them like Nokias because the blue things reminded everybody of like Nokia things. Anyway, yes, I think he was saying you should sail off the Nokias into the desert because they're not real people, right?
Yes, I don't believe they are. I've never questioned that. That is a good question. Do
Either
they have
way.
souls?
Either way,
Well,
throw them out there.
They seem to have
he takes
some
out
kind
like
of.
another notebook and he's jotting on that one. Souls.
They have
Question mark.
they have situational awareness.
Yes.
it seems.
Yes.
So
Yes, they seem to follow orders. Right? So an armada. Is there anything else that could possibly help it?
Well, I guess my first question is, how much of that did you see?
I was cresting the hill, really the mountain, to try and I had my spyglass with me. I was going to take some more readings, see if I couldn't spot anything, and then I saw you. You were starting to head back. You were on the metal carriage, I suppose. I could see the sand dune behind you. It was going left to right, and then it was very strange. I didn't know that a sand dune could move. I thought originally it was wind, but apparently it wasn't. It moves back and forth, and then suddenly your metal carriage exploded. I didn't... Why? I don't know why. Why would it explode?
It ate it.
It what?
It ate it.
It ate it.
Yes, big
Yes, I
sandworm.
saw that. It exploded, and then you all exited the
Oh, we pushed it. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
And you probably didn't see me actually, or us. You probably just saw the carriage.
All right.
maybe. I don't know.
I was under stealth the entire time.
It's possible, but I was using my spyglass. But there was an explosion. I saw it, and then I saw brief glimpses of figures darting in between the dust, and then I saw it in all its glory.
Okay, so you saw it in all its glory.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
And then I saw the heroic charge to the rocks.
Did you see how much faster it was moving than the carriage?
Yes.
So you need to go that fast to outrun it,
Yeah. Faster, and you need it obviously.
and more
reacted-
intense.
It reacted to tremors, right? You sent something off one way, and it went that way.
Okay.
If you could hide your tremor, or change it, or go without a trace, if you will.
Fascinating. Okay.
Almost like if you could hover, so you're not touching the
I
sand.
like that.
Yes. Well, I mean, haven't we all had a dream that we could fly?
Well,
right?
yeah.
Oh, take
There's
some of
a-
these mushrooms and you can.
Thistle. Yeah, sorry.
Zorob knows all about that.
Me?
Yeah, you can fly when you're taking
The fake
shrooms.
shrooms.
Oh.
We'll talk about the shrooms because I don't want to forget about that. But more importantly,
Okay.
we've got to figure this out for Xandar.
Yes. So we go faster.
Yeah, for Xandar.
I literally hold my empty glass and go, Hail Xandar!
An armada, and hunts by vibrations? Is that what
Yeah,
you...
good vibrations.
Good
Yep,
vibrations, not
sweet-
bad ones.
Nope, sweet vibrations.
So do you think... Okay, so I have Armada, but we have to go faster. Faster than... How fast did you say it went?
We don't know.
We dumped a ton of coal in this thing, and we were cruising. Perhaps too fast.
Okay.
And still yet not fast
had
enough.
control.
Okay.
I feel like the thing's longer than anything we could ever build.
Yeah, so I guess, all right, here's my question. You study bugs and animals and plants for a living.
Yes.
And you seem to be, so you study bugs and animals for
Yes.
a living. You knew about these little worms in Yatar.
Yes.
Are there any, I know they're a smaller scale, but you're the specialist. We only spent 7 minutes with this thing, and all we realized is it was going to kill us.
Yes.
Based off of your prior knowledge of the little tiny guys, is there anything you can deduce, perhaps, that we could implement at a larger scale?
Well,
Perhaps in a large and egregious scale.
Yes, please.
so I know that they hunt by vibrations, but other than...
What about the movement? We were saying these things, a lot of back and forth. I don't know.
I believe that's...
Is there, like,
I believe it was hunting for you. It was...
Yeah, I know. Well aware, but thanks, Professor. I guess my point is, have there been studies with the little ones, like, of anything able to pass them? Like an ant? Or like a something else?
No, it seems... Well, obviously flying creatures, but it seems like whatever touches the ground on the smaller ones... Let me check.
Does he have any weaknesses? We burn them or
It's... So, let me see here.
I think I
Yatarian
know. I think I know what
sandworms.
we need to do.
So,
Fly!
That's it.
yes, if only we could fly. But the small ones seem to be attracted to vibrations. However, it has been shown that explosions do drive them away. So I wonder if it's like our hearing ability, where a loud enough noise could cause us damage.
the old sonic boom.
Too
That's the
loud.
name of our second album.
Yeah. And that's a lot of heavy riffs.
Yeah. Not as many wood instruments.
I guest star as
Yeah.
a screamer in that one.
He does, yeah.
I'm sorry, gentlemen.
We learned about rock and roll a while back. You weren't there, but it was cool.
What?
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah. And
That's where I
there's-
got this dagger. I don't think that's true. But
And there's a thing called a power chord, and it's kind of like dun 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 dun.
Oh
dun,
my
dun,
gosh! Brainwave. What if we get on one of these metal carriages
Yes.
and we set Zorob up with maybe there's a way we amplify his loot and it just sends shockwaves or sonic booms before us and drives it away. And you could be on this like bungee thing and jump around.
That
Well,
also sounds like you're sending me out to die.
Well, of course, we could use thaumaturgy, but other than... What if it's not loud enough?
put all
Then you-
those M&M Tommy Tommies and put bombs on them and set them all off, and then you can just make more of them.
That's a good idea.
You get a massive amount of these metal things exploding. That might cause a lot of sound initially, and then their debris falling everywhere will confuse it.
And then we could sneak through the explosions.
Well, now that we know what we're up against, I think we could attack it.
I don't...
Not
What?
we're not deadly enough to attack it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
we're the
We're no
dragons,
deadly
not-
trio
yes.
here. We should find the deadly trio and see if they can attack it.
Yes.
We should capture them alive and make them go across the desert to attack it.
you think we can attack it? Based off of what?
Yeah, what weapon are you going to use?
Well, he said the automatons. We could make them into bombs.
And then
No.
have it eat them?
Of
and then,
course.
Oh, and then have them blow
You want
up.
to feed it.
Yes. Feed it an explosive.
I feel like I've heard of these before.
What if we had a carriage made of explosives.
Oh, that's just, dare I say, brilliant.
I would agree, it's brilliant. Explosive carriage.
That is smart.
I can light the fuse.
From a distance, you mean?
Yeah, with an arrow,
That's smart.
right?
Yeah.
Fire arrow or anything that
Now-
can combust.
My only concern, I mean, actually, I have like 100 concerns. My initial concern is that we don't really know how many of these there are.
Right.
Also, how does anyone know historically, maybe in one of our books or something, how far Nabet is?
I still think we should string Zorab up to the front of one of
That's
these.
That's a good question.
I'm sorry,
and
I can't get
I
that.
literally will throw my History of Terra book. I'll throw it at Zorab. Go ahead, start looking.
So you can make a history check with advantage if you want.
And I'm going to go and finally sit down at the table.
18.
The northern coast stretches 2,000 miles. So ships can sail 2,000 miles from Middle Terra, where Tellence's Wall is, the separating mountain range, from Southern Terra, where everything has taken place so far, to the desolate Northern Terra. It's 2,000 miles from Middle Terra, where Tellence's Wall is, 2,000 miles from Tellence's Wall to the northern tip of Northern Terra.
Okay, but I don't know where
But
Nabet
we
is.
don't know.
within
You
that.
don't know where Nabet is. It's somewhere in there, supposedly.
Within 2,000 miles.
Yes.
While he's reading, I want to go and unlock the door and just take a peek out. So,
As you look outside, there are multiple automatons, and in the middle of them, there is Crom Highstock.
ballin'. I'm gonna silently close the door, and Rathos is gonna get silent for a little bit. He's gonna stand up kind of straighter, and like all bullshitting aside, he's gonna turn to Krugel and nod. And I'm gonna look at Zorab then and nod, and I'm gonna say, Crom is outside.
Yes, it's quite a large fellow.
Oh yes, you know him.
Yeah, I've seen him around here a bit. He seems to be keeping tabs on things.
Yeah,
Is there a window in this room? I'm an investigation check. Like, what is there a window or?
There are, unfortunately, there's no windows. There is a closet that does lead out the hallway, though.
Oh, there
Sure,
is?
why wouldn't
Okay.
there be? He didn't like our music, so I'd prefer not to run into him.
Understood. Okay.
It's not for everybody.
Who specifically are you working for?
Nordov Genwelin. She's the chairman of the Grand Library in Demissa now. So that's who I directly.
Yeah,
answer
I
to.
mean, like, here.
I mean, I'm here under orders from Genwelin to help Xandar. I mean, really.
But
it's-
who do you bring your information to here?
There is a docket. I leave it outside Xandar's chambers for him to peruse.
Xandar has chambers here?
Right out of his chambers?
Yes. Yes.
Have you met him?
No, he's a very busy individual. A while back, I did meet Belnad. He's a very strange man. But I haven't seen him in a long time. He was here.
He was here?
Well, yes, he used to come by quite a...
I'm
like,
going to
at
whisper
least-
to Rathos. Do you want me to kill him?
At least once a month, but
The doc? No, get out of here. He's fine.
not anymore.
What happened to Radagast?
Radicon?
Radicon?
Yeah, he was... he just works in the library now, helping people with studies and whatnot. He's unfortunately, he seems to have fallen from grace.
Gotcha.
Apparently.
Couple last questions from me, and then I'm sure my companions will have more stuff. One, what do you think the time frame on making a giant bomb out of one of these metal carriages would look like?
Depends on... I mean, there's quite a bit of explosives here. But maybe 3 days.
Okay, so not very long. Okay.
No.
Last question, mainly because I just don't want to forget about it. Can you help me? I know one of these shrooms is like a downer.
Yes.
I don't know what the other ones do, but what I would really love to do, just with the downer one, I've got a couple more, and I hand them a couple. I know you're great with plants. Do you know of a way we could take the effects of these and put it into almost like a potion, like an aerosol form? Like I can bottle it and then chuck it at somebody and poof.
Ooh. Yes, you could boil it and
Okay.
then capture the fumes from it and then have that distilled down and put that into a potion. I'm sure that would evaporate rather quickly, and then that should have
Gotcha.
the effects that you
And
desire.
theoretically, I could do it with all of them. I just don't know what the effects would be.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Always a pleasure, Doc.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, I want to go back to the Belnad thing. So, when's the last time you saw him?
Maybe 2 months ago now that you say it, or whatever the high fantasy equivalent is of a month. That's how many, 2 of those.
Fair. And where does he go? Do you know where he goes off to? when he's not here?
Unfortunately, I don't know where he's been.
Do you know when he's coming back?
Nope, I don't. I don't really keep tabs on him. I'm just really consumed with my work. But these are all great answers that you've provided.
Do you know anything else about him?
Who, Belnad?
Yeah, Belnad.
If I had to guess, I would say he was really into necromancy. And it seemed to really, really ratchet up in the past year or so.
Yeah.
You don't say.
Yeah. We caught on to that. Okay.
Oh, you've met him?
We've met him. We've met.
Okay.
We're very, very, very close.
Oh, maybe. Well, then maybe maybe I should be asking you the questions then.
No.
No. Oh, okay.
I believe not.
We've been traveling on the road for 6 cycles of a month.
On tour.
Yeah.
We're on
Yes.
tour.
Okay. Well, is there anything else I could do for you?
Yeah. How do we kill this worm again? You don't know. We're on try explosives.
I don't know. I would say we could try feeding
But you think
explosives.
they have a weak spot?
Maybe in between its plates, if you could get it. But such a large beast moving at such a high rate of speed, it would have to be like maybe a 1 in 20 shot.
Another question.
Yes.
Do you have the type of authority around here to make this proposal to somebody in charge to actually implement this?
Well, these are my notes. I mean, I don't have...
Yeah, I know. We're aware of the notes. You have like 10 notebooks.
Yes, I'm sorry. Yes, I have quite a bit of notes. I can... It's not up to me which ones of these notes, or any of them, are taken seriously. I just give them to Xandar outside of his chambers, and then it's up to him what we do with
So
them.
I want to look at all the maps that are currently at the table in front of me and see if I pick up anything from just looking at all of them. I'm going to be like, with my dagger, be like, what's this? What's this? What's this?
So that is a map of Southern Terra. You can see the 5
No, I don't care about that. I care about the desert maps.
So these are the best maps and best representations we have. Mostly they're from sailors because, as you know, everyone that enters the Solian Desert is consumed by the giant sandworm. But the sailors who sail along the coast, the cartographers, they've given me these maps that they swear that these are the most detailed maps that they can find, that they can generate.
Ratos is going to put his thumb down behind the dock. Not good. Can't trust the sailor. Sorry, go ahead.
So at that point, you hear a Dr. Bhassa outside the front door. Excuse me. I believe we have someone here. So he gets up and he goes towards the front door.
I'm still right there. Doctor, real quick, one last thing before we open this whole can of worms. I know you got to answer it. The automatons.
Yes.
How strong are these bad boys?
They are extremely strong.
Extremely strong.
Yes.
Gotcha. Any weaknesses?
None that I've seen. I've never seen them in combat.
Okay. Well, it's been a pleasure.
Okay.
I'm already.
Excuse me.
I'm already. While he goes to the door, I'm going to the closet door, and I'm gonna cast Pass Without a Trace.
Okay.
So
you.
we're gonna go through the closet door. To
Yeah.
go
So you're gonna choose. The
Them
3.
two,
Yep. Yeah. The 2. Right.
Yep.
3, including yourself.
Yep.
So you cast Pass Without a Trace. Zorab, what are you doing?
I'm actually following him. I think it's a good idea.
Okay. Rathos, are you getting... He's trying to, kind of edge around you now. I just need to open the door. Dr. Bhassa.
I want to use Divine Sense I want to see if I can sense any celestial fiend or undead or anything with a hollow spell and within 60 feet.
Yeah, so you see a bunch of undead creatures.
Okay. Okay.
Oh no!
there
They're
is-
using that's armor for them.
There is a group of them outside the door.
Okay. So then, as the doc is walking towards me, I'm going to say, no, allow me. And I want to sling the door open and look at Crom in the eye, and I want to yell command. And I know it's just going to come out. He's going to get go, because that's the one word that I want. But I'm definitely going to scream, go fuck yourself. And then I'm going to Misty Step back all the way to where my companions
Oh
head
my
out the
god.
thing.
Okay, so hold on.
It was the only right play.
It was the only thing you could do.
Yep.
What is the save? Wisdom?
Yeah.
Rolls a 2.
Oh, let's go!
So he fails. So what does go mean?
I mean, if he gets the implication, I want him to go fuck himself.
But it's got to be one word command.
But go, I mean, yeah. So
So it's go. So it's a hallway. So he's gonna left is even.
yeah. I mean, just
Yeah, he goes right. It's a
Okay.
13. So he just it's like eyes wide open, turns 90 degrees, and starts walking down the hallway. And the automatons are standing there looking at you. There's probably 6 of them. They are hulking figures. They are crowding this hallway, but they are looking at you.
yeah. I misty
but
stepped.
you misty stepped away.
Yeah.
Dr. Bhassa is just standing there, just completely dumbfounded. Like I don't.
But I definitely want to smack him on the ass on the way back as I misty step.
Nice.
Brilliant.
So he's totally dumbfounded because now you're not there, and I'm assuming you guys all duck out.
Yep.
And you use your
I did.
pass without a trace. So he's looking at the automatons, and you can hear him murmuring from the hallway. But that's it. I mean, you guys are gone now. So what do you guys do?
Start running.
I'm following you guys.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I just start running.
I'm following Krugel.
So as you're running, it is a stone hallway. It kind of opens up as you round a corner. You can go down the hallway probably 40 feet. There are doors on either side. You don't see any windows, though. You are still underground. If you want, you can make perception checks to kind of figure out what your bearings are. Or are you guys just running
It's
blindly?
bad. It's a 3. It
Okay.
doesn't matter.
Mine's a 14.
14.
I'm just following.
You're
you.
just following. So with a 14, you're pretty sure that the heading that you're going is south. You are heading towards Talence's Gate proper.
Guys, I don't know if moss grows in basements, but I'm a ranger, so I know how it works. Because usually it faces north.
We're gonna die down.
There's no moss down here, so we're going south. We're going to the frickin' city.
Okay.
It's the city or sand. What do you want from me?
Anywhere's better than where we just came
So
from.
just,
we gotta go.
I'm running. Let's go.
Okay.
So
I'm just following you because I am in shock and I don't know what to do.
So as you are all running, you keep running down the hallway. As you round another corner, you are now heading, I'm going to say, east. There are 3 automatons walking away from you. Make stealth checks.
So I'm gonna try and hold my arms out to like stop them and like stop in my tracks too. Plus 10 to whatever. Remember.
Yep.
So I have an 18. Almost as low as you can get.
I have a 14.
I think I have a 19.
What'd you roll, a 2?
Oh, I'm sorry. I have a 17. I rolled a 4. I have
Okay.
disadvantage.
So
Plus 3.
you can all see them. So you all pass, but you see them thump, thump, thump. Their heavy footfalls echo through this hallway as they slowly plod away from you. You can go back the way you came, or you can keep going. This seems to be the main way out. A main way out.
So I'm like crouch walking, like slowly keeping the same like distance, but not running anymore, and I'm like
Okay.
listening to see if anything's following us.
Okay.
Which I'm gonna say to Rathos, who's behind me, are you on my 6?
I'm on your 6.
Okay.
How long? What is command? How long does it last?
1 round.
6 seconds. So you are starting to
math.
hear bells ringing within this place.
Oh, God,
the
it's
automatons kinda
Fucking
stop,
Westport all over again.
and the automatons stop and they turn around, and you hear one say "alarm." They just all turn around and start breaking apart. One goes down the hallway, one stays where it is, and the other one is walking towards you, but it doesn't see you because of your stealth checks, and it walks past you. So you can keep going down the hallway. Again, it's going to branch either left to the north or right back to the south, or you can go straight. If you keep going straight, it appears that it might be getting lighter out.
We need to get the fuck out of here. So we gotta
let's go.
There's
Lead
one
the
in
way.
front of us that's just stopped.
Yes.
How do we get by this thing? Do we just shove it and run?
No, I got it. I'm going to cast.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm very nervous now because he said he got it.
How narrow are we? Is the hallway we're at?
It's probably 10 feet wide.
Oh, okay.
It's not that narrow.
We could probably sneak by him stealthily.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I mean, if this is where we need to meet Crom, let's just meet him.
Yeah, but
No, I'm going to cast Hypnotic Pattern.
Okay.
So there's a Wisdom saving throw 14 to see if this sucker gets all wrapped up in my beautifulness.
Wisdom save.
Yeah.
Rolls a dirty 20.
Ooh.
So does it know that it's been charmed now?
Well,
What does it say?
It hasn't been charmed.
Does it know it was attempted to be charmed or a spell was cast on it?
I mean, I basically just made like a bunch of lights like all over the place and just like shimmering.
Shot fireworks in his face.
So like probably, I don't know what type of sensors it has, but yeah, I was not subtle.
It's going to say, "What is this?" And then it's going to make a perception check to see if it sees you.
As he does that, I
don't know.
want to look at his
Yeah,
aura.
so it's definitely going to see you because it rolled a 22.
Dumbass.
It looks and it says halt, and it's going to start making alarm bell noises.
So glad I was like, what should we do? And he acted without consulting us.
Roll for initiative.
Oh fuck.
I got a 23 again.
8.
13.
Krugel, you go first.
Okay. So does it see? It sees us, right?
Yeah, sees you.
I have a question.
What's that?
It doesn't count as a beast, right? Good.
Correct. It's a humanoid. Yes.
Okay. I think there's only one choice I have. I'm going Wraith mode.
Okay.
I'm going to go into Wraith mode. And what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to cast Zephyr Strike.
Okay.
And basically, for a minute, my movement doesn't provoke opportunity attacks.
Okay.
So I'm just going to try to run right by him.
After all that.
Okay. So you cast
Just to
Zephyr
get, like,
Strike.
behind him. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he's probably 20 feet in front of you.
Yeah, so I can move
30?
40 because the Dread Ambusher.
40. Okay. So now you're 20 feet behind him.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well,
Yeah, you cast Zephyr Strike. That's your action.
yep.
And then you move.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, hold on. Actually, as my bonus action, I'm going to cast my Wraith Stun.
Okay.
So we're gonna learn what this is. I can expend 3 Wraith points to send out a wave of. So I'm gonna get behind him within 5 feet.
Okay.
So we're gonna
So you
run.
don't move the whole.
Yeah, I was just want to get right behind him.
Yep.
And basically, all enemies in a 5-foot radius must make a Charisma saving throw or be stunned for 1 minute. So I blow out this wave of supernatural energy that's supposed to stun them.
Okay.
So that's what I'm doing.
Charisma save. What is the save DC?
I think that's 13.
Okay.
We'll go with that.
Saves.
Fuck.
Roll a 60. So unfortunately, he saves against the stun. Zorab, it is your turn.
It's me again already? I love this game. I'm going to try and cast blindness on him
Okay.
to fix what I have done.
See these lights? No, you don't.
That's right. That's what I'm trying to do.
You didn't like that? Bah!
Bah! Snip, snap, snip. All right, so yeah, so it's a con save of 14,
Okay.
and I don't know how you blind an automaton, but
Fails.
yeah.
of a
So
sudden-
however you do it, I did it. I'm just like, I don't know. I throw sand in its blue eyes.
All of a sudden,
It's
it's
all mudded up.
you hear "Oh no" as it just
Beep boop.
the blue glowing eyes suddenly no longer glow as it is blinded.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then as a bonus action, I'll give Bardic Inspiration to Rathos.
Okay.
And that's it.
So it is now the automaton's turn. So it is going to raise its left arm, and you can see built into its arm it has a light crossbow. and it is going to point wildly, and it's going to make an attack roll against Zorob with disadvantage. Does an 11 hit?
No, does not.
Does
I
not.
was gonna say, I hope
So
it doesn't.
just raises its wrist, and it just plink, and you see a bolt stick into the wall next to you, and then it's going to raise its arm blade, and it is going to try to swipe at Krugel with disadvantage. Rolls a nat 20, you son of a bitch. Rolls a 6, so a 9, which I'm assuming misses. So,
Yeah.
So you hear as
I almost just died.
as the arm blade swings clear across you, and it does not connect. It is now Zorob, Rathos' turn.
Oh man, I want to take my full turn just to, as quietly as I can, get around the other side of it. That's all. I
Okay.
want to do.
Make a stealth check with a regular stealth check, because normally you have disadvantage.
Oh,
You get a
that's
plus 10.
Oh yeah, I get a plus 10. Hell yeah, brother! It's dirty 20.
Dirty 20, yeah, you can sneak by this thing without problem. So now you...
Then I just want to lean in and whisper to Krugel, on your 6.
So wait a minute. So it sees us, but we still can. We're still
Well, it's
stealth.
blind now.
Yeah, it doesn't
Oh.
see us.
It can hear.
Yeah, I
Rathos
just-
moved around him.
Yep, I assume he doesn't know he doesn't know where I'm at.
Yeah, he does not know where you're at. Krugel, you are 5 feet behind him, and he just swung at your companions. It is your turn.
I hear Rathos go, I'm on your 6. I'm like, okay, good. And I'm just and I'm just gonna back away slowly.
Okay.
So I'm gonna actually, yeah, I'm just trying to stealthily walk away from Rathos. I'm looking
Rathos
at
is just
Zorob,
backing up slowly with
and I'm like Zorob. I'm like just signal him, like try and sneak by. And then what I'm gonna try and do is I'm going to. My plan here is that I'm gonna hold my action. Well, I can't really do that. What I want to do is I want to have Zorob try to sneak by him, and then I'm going to shoot an arrow down the hallway so he hears the noise down there.
Okay, so do you want to hold your action,
Yes.
ready in action
Yeah.
until Zorob approaches you?
Yes.
So you move, what's your movement speed now, 40?
Yes, but I'm only moving tiptoeing slowly because I want him to be within my 30 feet still.
Okay, so,
So-
well, remember, we figured this out last time. He doesn't need to be within 30 feet. He was within 30 feet
When I
you-
cast
when you
it,
cast
I
it,
understand.
right. Yep.
I did not know it had a. I thought it still had a range thing, but I guess
No,
not. It's just
no,
a duration spell.
Yeah, I
Okay,
messed
then
up.
I'm going to move the full 40 feet.
Okay, so you move
Away.
40 feet and ready in action.
Yep.
Okay,
I can't move 40 feet, so I'm...
Zorob, it's your turn.
My turn. All right, so I'm gonna cast Prestidigitation.
Prestidigitation.
Yep.
An automaton.
Yep. I'm gonna cast that.
Okay.
And so opposite to where Rathos is, right? Like he's behind it now. So on the opposite end, I'm gonna basically do like this loud like bang.
Okay.
So it's gonna hear that, and right after I do that, I am going to try and run around this sucker and get behind him, get over to where Rathos is.
Make a deception check. Or performance.
I'm 16.
With a 16, I'm going to say it buys it. What was that? And it turns, and it starts heading towards the bang that you made down the hallway. So it is
Nice.
walking away from you. It is
Love it.
now the Warforged's turn. It's going to make a perception check with disadvantage. So it rolls an 18. I'm going to say that's not high enough because you rolled a 19. You rolled, what, an 18 for your original stealth check?
I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure my original stealth check was an 18.
Was an 18.
Because I rolled a 5. So
Just
yeah.
did a dirty 20.
Yeah. So it doesn't hear you. Does not. It's not high enough to anything over 20 or whatever. But does not hear you. So it keeps walking towards the bang that it just heard. It's walking away from you. Rathos, it is your turn.
It's supposed to do a con check at the end of each turn to see if it's unblinded.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah,
good.
my bad.
Good to know. Does 11 fix it?
No, 14.
Oh, so still blind.
He's still blind.
So it's still, oh no, as it's just arms are outstretched in front of it as it stumbles down the hallway. Rathos,
Yeah.
Just gonna move 20?
I'm just going to whisper to Krugel, the doc said these things were strong, but they aren't smart. And I'm just going to back up with Krugel and keep going.
Neither are we.
Smarter than Ed.
okay. So, as you keep backing up, I'm going to say you're out of combat
Oh,
now.
I was gonna say because now it's like it's time to run again. Let's
Right.
go run. So
So you can all dash out of the way. You all start running, and suddenly you start to see daylight in front of you. There is a door that seems to lead out. You bust open the door. You are blinded by the light. You're blinded by the light as you bust out of this door. You are in a courtyard, it seems, but directly in front of you, you can see woods. You are facing east. There's a mountain to your left, and there is a mountain behind you, but the woods stretches ahead in front of you.
You know what's probably also to our east? It's probably that fucking river.
Man, that river.
So,
Are we outside of Talence's Gate?
yes,
Or
you are.
just
Yeah,
outside of like the city proper?
yeah, you're outside of the city proper because the city is to your right, south of you, but it's not very far.
Gotcha.
But it is
So we're
south
like
of
right
you.
between the mountains and the
Yes.
city. Okay.
So, I leave it up to you.
Man, I don't know what to do.
Those things were undead. I know what I want to do. I want to boil these mushrooms down and make a exploding bomb thingy with them. I also
from-
want
Are
to
they
try.
explosive mushrooms?
Well, that's what the doc said. If I boiled it down and got it in a gaseous form, I could encapsulate it with a vial, and when I throw it at something, it would explode and have the same effect.
From behind you, you can still hear the alarms in the hallway, unless you have run into the forest.
I think we should run into the forest now.
I'm so tired of going to the forest. I just want to sleep
I
on a normal
love the
bed.
forest.
I'm older.
The forest is a bed. I will find you some nice moss. We'll get it all bundled up.
He's from a tree. He can help.
I want you. You better make me a good bed then.
Listen tonight.
You can hear the
I
thumping
will
of
make-
automatons approaching.
We need to leave. Let's run to the forest.
I was going to ask, have they ever stepped outside from, like, into the city before?
Who's they?
The automatons.
I can't answer that.
He's not going to tell you that.
Well, I would have to ask a townsfolk for that, I guess.
Yes, you would.
So, I'm going to just, we have to keep running. We can't stop.
Yeah, I'll make you a bed later. Let's go to the woods.
I'm so tired. All right.
Well, then you can stay behind. They'll take you and we'll live. It's fine.
Look, go ahead. Zorob, I'm now on your 6.
So, you all run into the woods. I think that's where we'll end the episode tonight. Thank you, listeners, for tuning into another episode of Almost D&D. The theme song we use is The Red Dragon Inn by Derek and Brandon Victor. All background ambiences and in-game music is provided by Michael Gelfi Studios. You can listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Podbean, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, Player FM, and Podchaser. Check out our website, almostdnd.com, for behind-the-scenes content. Look us up on Facebook, Almost D&D. You can send us a message on there, or our email is almostdndpodcast@gmail.com. Reach out to us. Any and all feedback would be awesome. We would love to hear from you. We also have an Instagram, Almost D&D. Our Twitter or X handle is Almost D&D, and our Patreon is @Almost D&D. As most of the time, I am your host and Dungeon Master, Devin Allard. Rotating clockwise around this large and egregiously sized table, we have...
Rob as Zorob.
Chris is Krugel.
Jeff is Rathos.
We will see you all next time.
Stuck in the basement with a bard and a half-orc.
And a ton of automatons.